through progress,
Yeah.
where air quotes, progress.
Yeah.
We ride in cars with rubber tires. We
Yeah.
ride on bikes. We don't walk very much. And if we do, we have on rubber soles. I mean, we're indoors a lot. I mean, we're so removed from that. It's the concrete, the asphalt, the tar on the street, if we are walking. I mean, everything is blocking between the earth in its negative charge and us. We have all these things in between blocking all that from happening. So now, where did this grounding come from? Because you're probably being like, I've never heard of this. A lot of people, or maybe just kind of slightly, but not so much. I know I used to think, when I heard people say grounding, I used to think it was a walking around barefoot. And so I'm like, why are we calling it grounding? You're just walking around barefoot. We've been walking around barefoot since the beginning of time. Why are we naming it? But I realize it's not simply walking around barefoot. There's a whole science behind it, and there's a lot behind it. So where it came from, there's like a lot to be said about. Just historically, we were always grounded. I mean, we walked around barefoot as humans. I mean, shoes are a new thing, guys. Through the thousands of years, right? So we walked around barefoot. Back in Jesus' day, they wore sandals, but they were not made of synthetic things. These things were made from whatever was available, the earth, plants, animals. This is where these things are made from. And they're all conductive, right? So we were in animal, maybe like moccasins, or it's leather sandals or something like that. So these are natural fibers which conduct the earth. So basically, they were all grounded.
All the animal skins they used.
Yeah, and they didn't get in any vehicle. They walked everywhere.
That's right.
So they were grounded automatically. They slept on the ground or on animal skins. I mean, you see how all of that, it was automatically that way. Through progress.
Yeah.
Where air quotes, progress.
Yeah.
We ride in cars with rubber tires. We ride on bikes. We don't walk very much. And if we do, we have on rubber soles. I mean, we're indoors a lot. I mean, we're so removed from that. It's the concrete, the asphalt, the tar on the street, if we are walking. I mean, everything is blocking between the earth in its negative charge and us. We have all these things in between blocking all that from happening, right? So
Blocking us from being charged.
Right. And then just being indoors all the time is another, like, you're not even outside, you're inside. You have a subfloor and another subfloor. You have a foundation. You have all these things that are separating. You get in bed, your bed is elevated, you're sleeping up high off the ground. Like, everything is moving us away from connecting nature. With the earth. Yes.
From the nature.
Yes, and unbeknownst to us, I mean, I'm not saying people were doing that on purpose. We thought, we're just progressing, we're trying to be more comfortable and blah, 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 but we didn't understand that our comfort, there's a price for that comfort, right? And so, enter Clint Ober. So Clint Ober is like the guy.
Man.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah.
So when you talk about grounding, he's the guy. Like, I don't want to say he invented it, because God made the earth.
That's right.
But he discovered this connection, right? And that's a big deal.
Oh, absolutely. And he was very sickly, so it kind of lent itself to that. Why? Why am I? And the questions, and he kind of researched the. I think he stumbled on it, kind of.
Yeah, he did. He actually was in cable. Remember when cable first started back in the 60s, 70s?
Oh yeah.
Whenever they started laying cable, he was a cable guy, and so he was doing the wires up in the poles and everything, and he knew that they needed to be grounded. The wires needed to be grounded. So he has sort of this experience of grounding electricity and keeping it in the earth. And so he wondered, like, at some point, like, I wonder if, this grounding concept can somehow apply to humans, and maybe grounding helps to get a clear picture. It pushes away all of the interference, you know what I mean? So I wonder if that can apply to humans and kind of take the interference away to help our health. And it was like sort of these thoughts he was thinking about, and the rubber shoes that came out in the 60s.
You know, in the 60s was the worst thing that ever happened.
Well, according to Clint, it is.
But if you think about it, if you think of it yourself with what you know now, because you know when you know better, you do better. When you think about the 1960s and how they came out with Nike and they came out with the PF Flyers and all that, all those synthetic.
Yeah.
That was the worst. Think about it. The worst thing that could have happened.
One of the worst. There's a lot of worse.
Oh no, I know
one
in
of
the
the
world, but for this electric,
Yeah.
for the battery charge,
Yeah.
that was the worst thing could ever happen because it stopped us from being charged.
Right.
It interfered with us.
Right.
And so now we're going downhill. We're getting no electrolytes. No, I mean people are complaining about everything.
Yeah.
Because of the feet, what they're wearing,
the rubber soles. The synthetic soles, all of our shoes have these synthetic soles on them that separate us, and it's literally blocks. So when the ions are coming, it literally is like, nah, I don't want that. So it blocks it. So we all wear shoes all the time, and now it's, there is safety issues. There's, I don't like to be dirty. Like there's lots of reasons why people don't want to go barefoot, and then there's lots of people who like to go barefoot, like me. But the point is, our society, we wear rubber shoes. That's what we do. And so because of that, it makes it very difficult to get that negative charge. And so he, you were saying he was sickly. He became ill. I think it was like the mid 90s or so.
Right.
He got some serious liver stuff going on, and he had an operation. He had, I mean, it was serious. He may even have died.
Yes.
It was very serious.
Yes.
But even through that, he started thinking about, what can we do here with this grounding thing? I don't know what's going on with the grounding thing. Yep. And so through many, many thoughts and inspirations, he actually went out and did this sort of experiment on himself. So we have got an amazing offer for you. We have a low-carb Get Started course. It is a virtual online course. It's 6 weeks of full colorful presentations. You've got a course book. You've got all that you need in order to get started on low carb. It's called Help, I Don't Know Where to Start, a 30-day guide to a low carb. So it's self-paced, it's virtual. Go ahead to our website, therealhealthyou.com, and get your course so that you can get started smashing the sugar, which is the first foundation when you want to get rid of low carb.
That's right.
Yes. So
you got this help right here.
Yes. Take advantage of it, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yes.
He went to the hardware store. He got a voltometer, and he was checking the voltages around the hotel room. Like, where's the electricity coming from? Yeah. And so he noticed, it's over here by the appliances, and it's down here. It's over here. And he noticed where the electricity was flowing, and he thought, if I could put something together where I can kind of ground this electricity. So he, made this sort of makeshifty thing for his bed, and he slept on it. And he woke up the next day completely refreshed. He fell asleep and he was refreshed.
Didn't he stick something in the ground that connected to the
to ground himself. Yeah. He made his own.
And he stuck it in the ground so that it would ground him while he's sleeping.
And slept.
And it's so
cool. And he woke up feeling amazed. He slept all the way through. He slept right away. Cool. And evidently since his surgery however long ago, he hadn't been able to sleep. So right. It was really profound that he slept so well. He went and told his friends, like, hey, let me make your bed, like, let me put this thing on your bed and see if you can sleep in. And that was sort of it. He was onto something. So he really was excited. He was shopping it around. Of course, nobody wanted to hear it. He couldn't get anybody to buy into it. He actually funded his own research because he was so clear. But he just couldn't get anybody to buy in. So he did do that, and he ended up doing these different studies. And so what does he say? So his theory, he has this theory, and this is the theory he was proving. His theory is that to grounding the human body to the earth,
Mm-hmm.
it normalizes the function of the body's systems, all the systems of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It utilizes the earth's electrical potential
Mm-hmm.
and those electrons to maintain this amazing stability in the body. So that was his, I guess his theory he had to prove with his studies and such. And there's still a lot of research that needs to be done because science likes to have tons of research, right? Whereas we can take a little research and some anecdotal and we're pretty good. But science has done quite a lot since then. It would have been the early 2000s when finally it was like, yikes, this guy's onto something.
Yep.
And science started because he funded his own studies and he showed a bunch of stuff. So then science jumped on board. But it took a while. And think about if he never did that. Think about all the things you think of or do that nobody will back you. And if you don't do the extra, it just doesn't get done. It doesn't happen. But
For me, what was big for me when I started discovering certain things, especially lately, doing this study was so awesome. But you know what? The biggest part for me, the biggest part, takeaway that I have in this, electrons that we get from the earth takes away inflammation in your body. They cannot go together. All my life, I'm dealing with inflammation. Every sickness, every pain, everything
yeah.
is from inflammation.
Right.
Now that much we know.
Yeah.
When you're sick and you're not feeling well, there's inflammation.
Right.
Period.
Right.
They tell you to ice yourself and heat yourself. Well, heat brings it out. Ice brings it down. You know, the inflammation. To me, that's the greatest story right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That when I go out into that ground, I get rid of inflammation.
Yes.
I get rid of it.
That's real. For sure.
Because they cannot go together.
Yes. And I actually, there are studies, and we'll talk more about that. But anecdotally, I can tell you myself. I went to a trampoline park with my kids.
Oh, right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I know I'm an old lady and I'm at the trampoline park.
Yeah, sure.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I went to the trampoline park, super fun. I was bouncing and doing all this. I really, really thought I was a lot stronger than I was, I will say. So I will be doing some more some weightlifting. I gotta firm up. But anyway, that was the whole Ninja Warrior course.
Yeah.
That looks so much easier than it is.
Yes, yeah.
It's anyway. So trampoline, back to bouncing. So I'm bouncing on the trampoline, and so the trampolines they have like a bunch of little small ones and like big ones, and they're all lined with padding. Like they have all this sort of padding around the edge. Well, this particular place had pink padding. It was all around the edges with pink. So you always knew where the trampoline stopped and where the padding was.
Okay.
So if you were bouncing a little bit, you could jump on the padding and just kind of chill on the side, waiting for somebody to finish their trick and then jump back on.
Yeah.
So we're doing whatever. Well, I go to get off and they're like, come on, let's go to the other thing. I bounce to the ends and I bounce and all of a sudden it's like boom. The end didn't have a pink padding. It was black. It was pink, it was black. So it looked like it was part of the trampoline, but it wasn't. It was actually not. So as I bounced over, doink, doink, it was like, doom. And my ankle went, why was this happening? And I was like, ouch, that hurt. Like, what is going on? Shook it off, went on. We did other things. We went to the rock climbing. We went up high to the ropes course. We did all this zip lining, flying. We did all this fun, cool stuff. My ankle was fine. Everything's cool. We leave. Let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, let's go do stuff. We went and ate, sat there. Nothing. I'm cool. Nothing. I mean, I might have felt a little, but it was fine. I get home and I'm like, all right, I did a lot of climbing, use these muscles in my core. I'm going to get in the hot tub and I'm going to, get some heat on me so tomorrow I won't be sore with my core and my muscles. Let me tell you what. I got out of there and my ankle got swollen and started hurting. And I was like, what is going on? My ankle was fine. Obviously, it wasn't as fine as I thought, but the heat in the hot tub, it just
brought it on.
That is the opposite, by the way, of what you do with a swollen or a hurt. You use cold, but I didn't know. So needless to say, I elevated that night, iced it, da-da-da-da. The next day, I decided to fast.
Yes.
So if I can fast and get some autophagy going for a couple of days, can help heal it. But also I went out and I grounded.
That's right.
So I grounded the first day, I grounded the second day. So let me tell you this, when I went out and grounded, I was out there, that's the time I laid out. I laid out in the grass. So I had all my arms, my legs, I was just laying out. 25 minutes maybe. I came in the house, and I'm not gonna kid you, my ankle swelling was near about gone. Just from laying out there for 25 minutes. And my range of motion, you know how you can feel the swelling, like it kind of stops you from moving?
Yeah.
It was just...
The stiffness is gone.
Yeah. I thought to myself, this can't be right. I zoomed in like, let me really remember, this can't be right. This can't be. But it was. And so the next day, same thing. I iced. And the next day it was a little swollen in the morning. I went out and grounded. And once again, the inflammation, it just dissipated. Just like that. I was mind blown. Like mind blown by that. But yeah, that's the difference between what the, that's showing you what the grounding. So you take that and then you get some studies done. And publish some peer-reviewed stuff. And now you're talking. This is legit.